Hi guys, Adam here from Blend. Hope you're doing well. Very pleased to have you all back today for this third day of our 12 days of Black Friday Cyber Monday learning. I'm really pleased to have someone I've got to know very well over the past 12 months and worked with extensively as a Blend partner, and that's Elena from SMSBump. For those of you who know SMSBump, you'll know some of the fantastic things that SMSBump can do for you as a Shopify merchant. And really today, what I wanted to do is have Elena to come on and share with you some very specific ways that you can use SMSBump really to kind of take advantage of Black Friday Cyber Monday, but also before and after as well. So Elena, thanks very much for joining us. And I'll hand over to you. And yeah, we can share your screen if that's okay.
Yeah, of course. So hi, Adam. Thank you for having me. Today I'm just going to talk really briefly about the most important things you need to do when you're using SMS for Black Friday and Cyber Monday. I'm going to be really quick. So there are going to be two main points that we're going to be covering today. First of all, what are the key and main ingredients for a successful text marketing campaign? And then we are going to talk about automatization and how to use abundant cart flows the big day comes. So starting up with text marketing. First of all, actually, I want to make a small disclaimer. So text marketing doesn't work right away. You cannot just install it and start sending messages. The first thing you always need to do is start building up a sustainable list of subscribers. So if you're just starting up with SMS marketing and you want to use it for your Black Friday campaigns, please use the time up until then to build your subscribers list. Utilize your checkout, create pop-ups on your store, leverage your social media channels as well. This is going to help you to reach the biggest amount of people when Black Friday comes. So talking about text marketing and text marketing campaign, you should know this is a one-time campaign that you're going to send to your audience. And the key ingredients to such campaign are three main things: having the right audience, setting up the right timing, and having the right message. So talking about the right targeting. Of course, you can send a campaign to all of your subscribers using the same message for everyone. But actually, if you want to get great results, what I would suggest to you is take the time before Black Friday and think about your key audiences. Like, what are their interests, what they usually buy, are they loyal customers or not? And then use that information to create different segments. So later on, when Black Friday comes, you can target those people with really personalized offers. In today's example, I'm going to show you how to set up a campaign when let's say you have a store for shoes and you want to target your Nike fans. So as a target audience, I'm going to set Nike fans. Those are people who already bought Nike products or have Nike shoes. So step one to successful text marketing is having the right audience. We already have that. Going to step two, having the right timing. Usually when you're sending out campaigns like this, timing is really important. You want to have, you want to announce it at the right time and especially the time when people are still awake. So since we're talking about Black Friday campaign, what we can do is actually schedule the campaign for a suitable time. Let's say something like November 25th. So a little bit before all the sales hit, a little bit all the traffic and all the different campaigns are sent out to your customers or your audiences. Let's say we're going to choose 5/2 as a time. So right audience and right timing. Now it comes to the right messaging. So if you're really new to text marketing and you're not really sure about your CTA, about the copy you want to send, or even about whether or not you should be using visuals, what I always suggest to you is to simply enable the A/B testing. This will allow you to create several sets of campaigns, let's say 2, 3, or 4, where you have different messages, different CTAs, and you can test out which of them performs best. The best part about the A/B testing is that instead of targeting your whole selected group, it's going to just target a small percentage of it. Why is this important? So instead of sending 5,000 messages to figure out that only message number 1 was a successful one, you can test your message to just, let's say, 100 people, see what worked best, and send a winning message to the rest of your target audience. For today's example, I'm just going to go with a simple campaign, no A/B testing, just to give you a really brief idea of what you can achieve with SMS marketing. So if you're having US customers, I would always recommend to you to use a visual. Why? First of all, it grabs the attention. Also, it has proven that messages with visuals convert better. And finally, it really shows your personal touch and part of your brand to your customers. So let's say if you're planning a big Nike sales campaign on social media, you can simply upload the visuals you have there. But if not, you can also just go with Giphy or Pexels and choose an image of your liking. Let's say in that case, we want to choose something which is Black Friday related. We can search in Giphy. And just select a visual that really works for you. For example, in our case, let's look for, well, internet is failing me today, sorry. But let's go with this one. It has a woman with the phone, and we are going to be targeting people buying something online. So now we're coming up to the key and most important part of an SMS marketing campaign. This is the messaging. So what's really important is to create a message which is as personal as possible. The first thing you always should be starting with is your site name. As you know, in some countries, like in the UK, you can use your store name as a sender, but on places like the States or Canada, your message is going to be sent out via a code. So you want to make sure that customer knows which brand is sending them a message. So we start with our store name. In our case, Joe's Cakes. Then we want to greet our customer. We use the short form first name, so they're going to receive their name when they receive the message. And now what we want to do is we want to try to make it personal. So what I will always suggest you to do is start with something like thank you or welcome to our sales, something like this. I would say, let's say, thank you for customer. Now, if you want to make it even more personal, let's add an emoji. And we can continue with our message. We know those people like Nike shoes, so let's use that right away in the copy. Let's say something as a true Nike fan. %.
Elaine, just a quick question from me here. So I remember reading some research that I think you guys put out saying that do text with emojis tend to perform better from a conversion point of view as well?
So I think it really depends on the type of brand you are. I've seen most of the brands that work with us are using emojis just because it just better brings up the emotions that they want to evoke. I cannot say clearly yes it does or or no it doesn't, just because if you're a brand which is usually using emojis in social and so forth, then yes, definitely use it in your messages as well. But if not, then be as natural as possible.
Okay, great, thanks.
Of course. So what's the key part here? We offer them 60% discount. Now it's time to embed it. You can just easily embed it within the app. You can even add the link which you want to direct the people to. So if it's a Nike collection, in this case, you can just add this snippet to your Nike collection. And that's basically it. The only thing that's left to do is add an opt-out option. Why is this important? Think about it as your email campaign. In your email campaigns, you always have the unsubscribe option, and this is the regulation for SMS marketing as well. So to sum it up, when you're sending out a high-performing campaign, you have to have the right audience, the right timing, and the right messaging. How to create a good and successful messaging. Personalize it. Use discounts and visuals. So that's it for the first part. And now let's go to the second advice, which is about how to automate and how to make the most out of your sales during Black Friday and Cyber Monday. To achieve this, I know you're quite familiar with what's happening around Black Friday, customers jumping on and on from website to website looking for the best deals. And here, the most important and crucial part is actually grabbing them while they're in a purchase mood. This can be really easily achieved via an automated flow. An automated flow is basically you having a single trigger based on a single customer action, let's say abandoning a cart, and then sending a sequence of messages based on their behavior, based on their interests, and so forth. So for our example, for a really personalized abandoned cart flow, we will just use the set of flow, which is called high value versus low value. Sorry, my internet's not so quick today. Let's try to make the best of it. So we have the trigger. We can set a delay. We can create different situations and then send out the messages. What I would really suggest you to do is set the delay to a minimum, just because people during Black Friday are in a shopping frenzy. They jump from place to place, and you want to grab them while they still know that they visited your site. So I would always suggest you to use a delay of 5 minutes. And then what you'd like to do is maybe segment the people based on their purchase behavior on the store. For example, if they bought something which is of cart value higher than 50, or if they already made several purchases on the store, those are your loyal customers, those are more profitable customers. You'd like to have them, you'd like to send them the best offer, so you're sure that they convert. It's greater than 2. So from here on, it's easy. You're gonna, if they fit to that description, they'll receive an MMS message, which is gonna show them even the images of the products they have left in their cart with a small discount to nudge them to actually convert. And the same will happen for people who are not that loyal, who have a smaller purchase basket. Then you can even send them a smaller discount and just direct them directly to the checkout. So the only thing they'll need to do is set up their payment method and recover their sale. Now, what's an interesting part from here on? Of course, you can use the only thing what's left to do is to save it, and your flow is going to be live. But what's interesting is what's happening from here. So you start sending messages to customer, and it's only natural that they might write you back, maybe to ask if the item is still available, maybe to ask you something about the size and so forth. So that's why we are really happy to say that we are integrating with a lot of help desk services such as Gorgeous. So basically, once you connect Gorgeous and SMSBump, all such tickets are going to be directly automated to your Gorgeous ticketing system, where your support agents can directly answer to all questions that customers would have. And the best thing is those replies are going to be sent back to them via SMS. So you really close the loop. They receive the SMS message, you answering them, and they having the reply in SMS.
Excellent.
So, yeah, that's basically the most important things you should be doing around Black Friday.
Great, thank you, Elena. I mean, I think, you know, one of the things that's I think important for us to both to talk about there is the fact that having the ability to segment people in SMS, I think, is something that I know quite a few people are surprised about, and not weren't necessarily sure that they could do that, which obviously is a really powerful part of it. And I think the other thing you mentioned there is that, you know, I think a big area that we've found benefit with SMSBump is having that kind of conversational marketing, which I know has become a bit of a buzzword recently, but I know has produced brilliant results for clients, because having that ability to, like you say, have SMSBump but tying it with Gorgeous, you know exactly where all the information is about that client, and you can respond quickly to them via text and pull out all the relevant information. What I was going to do, Elena, is we have a question from Isaac, which I'm just going to bring up on the screen. So Isaac, thank you for your question. Great profile picture as well. Love that one. And the question is, hi, Adam and Elena. Quick question. Would you use email or SMS for Black Friday? Great question, Isaac. Elena, what's your take on this one?
Yeah, what I would say is you should use both. Black Friday is the moment when all the customers are overwhelmed with all the different channels and everything, and every piece of attention you can get to them, it's crucial. So instead of opting in for one or the other, use them in combination. So maybe a few days before Black Friday, send a reminder with email, sending them that you're starting a big sale. They should be hyped, you know, like talk about the goal and like all the different merchandise, show it in visuals. And then when the sale comes, you can just launch a really quick SMS campaign saying, hey, launch is finally live, sale is finally live. Click here, and you know, it's just like one click away from them making the purchase. So instead of choosing one or the other, just combine both.
Yeah, I agree with you as well. And I think, yeah, the other thing is that on that front, Isaac, is that I would be spending also part of September, October testing out the two channels, because what we found is that some demographics in customer base for our clients will respond really well to SMS, and others respond really well to email. So if you can test the kind of the open rate and the click rate on email and SMS for all clients, when it comes to Black Friday, you might want to lead some clients down the SMS front and some clients down the email front. So like Elena was saying there, you know, yes, absolutely, you know, use both at different times, because both can, I think, you know, invoke different reactions in people, but also use this period now, which is really invaluable, to test, you know, what people's preferences particularly are. Just on that front, Elena, I was going to ask you about that. Just when it comes to collecting email and telephone numbers, you guys have a product that allows you that, don't you?
Yeah, actually, a couple of months ago, we added an add-on in our growth tool. So in the pop-ups, you can directly connect with Klaviyo and start collecting via our pop-ups both email and telephone numbers. So you kind of have, you don't really need to make a compromise between one or the other, but you can have both at the same time. And here I just want to also make the remark, it's no matter what pop-up service you're using, like you can be using Just Uno or, I don't know, Privy, whoever you're using, actually always try to combine those two. Don't just opt in for one or the other. Just add an additional field, adding phone number or adding an email if you just have collected phone numbers before. And this really helps you increase both subscriber lists. Like it's a double win.
Absolutely. Okay, well, look, Elaine, that's been great. Thank you very much for participating today. Guys, if you haven't done already, what I was going to say is go over and have a look at this URL. It's blendcommerce.com/pages/Shopify app lookbook. What you'll find there is there is a downloadable which actually talks a little bit more about SMSBump, but also talks about some of the integrations that Elena mentioned, like, for example, with Gorgeous. So if you are thinking about SMS marketing or using it already, it's well worth to have a look at that too. And obviously, of course, you can visit the SMSBump website and get more information from Elena as well. So guys, thanks so much for joining. Join us again tomorrow at 10 a.m. EST, 3 p.m. UK. And Elena, thanks again for participating.
Thank you, Adam, for having me. It was a pleasure.